So, Apple today kind of surprised me with what they released. And we'll see how this video goes because I'm doing my script on an iPad, and I usually go with paper. So, this will be interesting. I'm Skylar, let's get started. So, I really did not expect this from Apple. They changed the AirPods line by releasing AirPods Pro. Which, yes, look like this. They look like the leaks. And it's kind of crazy to me. They look as stupid as we thought they would. Which is something I didn't expect to be saying, actually. And it's kind of like a few different things. It's kind of like the Beats Solo Pro plus AirPods. Or you could say kind of like Power Beats Pro plus AirPods. Basically, either of these Pro products from Beats plus AirPods. Because it adds those Pro Beats features to AirPods. Very interesting choice here of Apple to expand their lineup in this way. But let's get over to the features. So the first feature we've got on our list here is noise cancellation. That's pretty cut and dry there. It just is noise cancellation. It makes it so you can't hear your surroundings at all. The opposite of that, which is also included, is transparency mode. Basically exactly the opposite. It lets in sound from your environment so you can hear what's going on. The example I gave in my last video is, say you're walking around and there's a bus driving honking its horn. You could hear it with this, while with noise cancellation you couldn't. So we've got 3 different sizes of rubber tips that help with the noise cancellation and allow for, hopefully, better fit in ears, better staying in ears, better sound quality, a lot of good things that could possibly come of that. Also, this was an interesting one. There are supposedly like vents that change the pressure in the ear, so I guess it like feels better. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Adaptive EQ makes it sound better based on your ears. So that right there is like the HomePod. This is the example I saw all the news sites use. Is like the HomePod senses what your room is like and uses that to tone the sound to your room. And that is basically what the AirPods Pro do with your ear. They see what your ear is like and they tone the sound to work with it. They now technically have IPX water and sweat resistance. It's not much better than the other ones apparently, but it is a actual rating now. The AirPods Pro have new controls on like the stem, I guess, of the AirPod instead of on the top of the AirPod. So if I pull out my fake AirPods here, I can show you what we're looking at. So what we're talking about here is the stem. The controls right now are on the top right here, while what there actually be is on the stem where I'm holding it is like this. So that's interesting to have there instead of what we have right now. And there are a slight difference with the controls, is that if you hold, it will switch between noise cancellation and transparency instead of activating Siri. What you're supposed to do Siri is say, hey, SRII, to use Siri. No, not instead of just holding down, you're supposed to just say the hey command to do it. Their size and shape is interesting. Slightly heavier, slightly smaller, and at a price of $250. That's a steep price to pay, but that is a price to pay for these AirPods. Now, I do find it interesting that there is software to give you a message telling you if the tip fits you right. Apparently we can't do that anymore. We can't put something in our ears and tell whether it fits us right. We need our iPhone to tell us whether it fits us right. But hey, if Apple says we need it, then we need it. Also, the tips come in, they click on. So instead of like other ones, it just, like you can kind of see here, that's the tip. It just clicks on to the AirPod itself. Now, the price of $250 seems a little outrageous. But when you think about it, AirPods are $200. The Power Beats that we just looked at are $200. These Solo Pros, I think, are $300, maybe $250. So in comparison, Power Beats Pro just aren't that expensive. While they seem expensive, in comparison to other products, they're not. Now, the earbuds seem to be changing, like the whole earbud market as a whole. If we just look at everything we've seen, I mean, this right here is a very different type of earpod. In my room, like on the floor and on my dresser and stuff, I've just got some cheap wired earbuds. And that's how most things used to be, unless you shelled out a lot of money for really nice earbuds, but they would still break after a while. We seem to now be shifting to this idea of earbuds being a longer use, being high quality, having features in your earbuds, which is something that I can see Apple really changing, making an effect in this market, as they did. We've seen multiple competitors come out, the Echo Buds, the Pixel Buds, the whatever Samsungs are called, like the Galaxy Buds, all of these coming out after the AirPods because of the massive success of the AirPods. And speaking of the massive success of the AirPods, will these AirPods Pro be able to carry on that success? My answer to that, no. I've seen AirPods everywhere. They caught on really well after a couple years. Will this happen to AirPods Pro? No, I do not think so, because it's a higher end, more expensive product. People will go for the cheaper one if it's still a new product. That's apparent by the success of the iPhone XR, the iPhone 11, which are new flagship models, but are cheaper, but still in a lot of places. So I think no, because of the design and price of these AirPods, they won't be seen everywhere, but you might see people who with more of an interest in Apple products having them, but not more of a general population thing here. And they do look really nice. I've got to say, in the commercial, these look really good. And I'm sure they feel really good and the sound sounds really good. But when you don't look at them like this, when you look at the concepts and just imagine them sitting on your desk or in your ear, I don't think they look as good. It just doesn't seem as great to me. And the case itself, look at that case. That's the actual, like, that's not scrunched down. That's the case. I'm gonna go pick up my fake ones again. This is 1-to-1 of the AirPods, this size. Comparing that to this right here. It's ridiculously small and scrunched up. I find that so weird. I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe you like it. Tell me in the comments down below if you actually think you like it, but I don't. These will be available for pre-order Wednesday the 30th. Will I buy them? Nope. Should you buy them? Probably not, because what you're looking at here is really high quality audio, high quality features, which you probably don't need nor actually care about. But there are other cheaper competitors from Beats, from Google, from Amazon, from Galaxy, they all have other options that are probably better for you. But if you've got some money to throw around and you really like Apple, Siri, and not Beats for some reason, then hey, check out some AirPods Pro. Why not? I'm Skylar. Thanks for watching. Bye.